Where do you work?
At Schadenkirk Toyota,
What is your job title?
a used car technician.
Explain your job and your responsibilities.
I inspect and repair vehicles that come through the system that either dealerships want to sell that they buy from auction or customers trade in for other vehicles. So I inspect them, recommend certain services to be done whether they need them or not, and it gets approved through one of the managers and I repair the vehicle from there.
Why is math important in your job?
Math is very important because we have a very tight budget whenever it comes to certain vehicles, and so every single job, like brakes or anything else with the car, has the certain amount that it's going to cost to do, whether it's with parts or with labor. So they both differentiate, and so you have to fit it into a tight budget to see if we're going to keep the car or not. So you have to use math a lot to add all that up, add parts up and labor with all the services, and see if it's worth fixing or not.
Please give examples of when you use these skills.
I use these skills for every single car that comes through. When I inspect them, I go into one of the websites that we have that gives us a huge database on labor times. And so every single service that it needs, I get a certain labor time. I get the dollar value for it for our rate of per hour, and I add it up with also the parts that are in there and show it to my manager to see if it fits in with the budget or not.
Do your math mentally.
Yes, I do my math mentally because a lot of the time you can't really have a calculator on hand. And if they ask you something real quick, it's better just to have mental math so then you could get the process going a lot quicker.
Do you use math every day at work?
Yes, I use it every single day for every single car that comes through. They all need their own labor and parts time, so I have to use math for every single car no matter what.
What products do you mainly use?
I mainly use addition and subtraction because a lot of the time I don't really multiply the same value. So a lot of the time I just use addition, subtraction. I will use multiplication every once in a while due to labor times. If it takes a certain amount of hours, then I'll just multiply it by our rate.
What is the most challenging math you use?
The most challenging math is multiplication and division whenever we use chemicals in the shop. They like to keep track of every single product that's used very specifically. So a lot of the time it's numbers that are in the thousands and decimals, and we have to divide or multiply those. So that's definitely the hardest that I have to use.
What is the most challenging thing about your job?
The most challenging thing is fully inspecting